Hi, writers. Welcome to our last week together in the workshop. I cannot tell you how fun this workshop has been for me. You all are awesome. I think this is perhaps the most vibrant workshop I've had in the last several months. You all were so engaged, and your writing has been beautiful. Really, just the level of talent in this group is fantastic. So what are we going to talk about this last week of the workshop? I want to talk to you about rendering the real person on the page, or characterization. And we often think of characterization in terms of fiction, that it's a no-brainer. If you are writing fiction and creating someone from scratch, you're going to describe what they look like and sort of the essence of them. However, what's ironic is that when we're writing memoir or creative nonfiction, because the people we're writing about exist in real time and in real life, and we know what they look like, we often forget to describe them in our writing. And it's just sort of a blank spot, a blind spot that can happen for us. I have read many essays and even a book or two where some key characters in the narrative were walking around as blank, faceless bodies because the writer just simply forgot to describe and characterize these important people in their story. However, I want to dispel the idea that characterization is simply listing a bullet point list of physical features. It's not just saying, oh, this person had black hair and green eyes and they were tall to medium build. No, what you want to do in characterization is pick one or two physical features or mannerisms that capture the essence of this character. Because here's the work we have to do when we're writing. We have to kind of be magicians. There is no way that we're going to capture in two-dimensional, on a page, black and white, a 3D complex human being. But we want to work a little magic with our specificity and detail and sensory details, and we want to create the sense for our readers that they are interacting with a whole developed character in our writing. And that takes a little bit of magic on our part. We also have to let go of expectations that we are going to capture every aspect of this person on the page. It's just not going to happen. And the truth of writing is once we put someone, even our stories, our own selves on the page, they become an artifact. They become art. And they are vulnerable to our manipulation and the way that we craft them. So there's a level of integrity on our part that we are going to render these people well, but also a surrender that we're not going to capture all of their nuances and complexities, but we do want to hone in on one or two things about them that really brings them to life and sort of captures the essence of them for our readers. So I've included in a handout on the second page some examples from some practiced writers who have beautifully captured someone on the page. We get not only a sense of their physical presence in the room, but we get a sense of their spiritual, emotional presence in a room. So study those examples and see what you think. Because this week is our last week of the workshop, I have two different exercises for it. I have one writing exercise and then I have your writing prompt. However, we're not going to be posting our free writes this week because we're done and we're not going to have a chance to give feedback on those. I'm posting the prompts for you to continue to write on your own. So just because you don't have a free write to post, don't let that stop you from writing. Take these writing prompts. The writing prompts for this week are writing the family, and run with it. But in the workshop, I have a writing exercise for us to post as sort of the last thing that we will give feedback on. And that is, I want you to pick one or two people you want to introduce us to, and I want you to push yourself to introduce them in 2 or 3 sentences, exercising the use of sensory detail, capturing a physical presence as well as the essence of them, and see if you can do a sketch of them real quickly. Maybe if you want to make a paragraph, that's great. Write them in a paragraph. And we'll read those paragraphs throughout the week and give feedback on 2 or 3 people. I will read all of them and give feedback on all of them. You can pick 2 or 3 people you want to respond to, or you can respond to all of them too. But this is a way for us to continue to have feedback this last week, even though we don't have time to post our free writes and give feedback next week. Also, finally, last bit of business, please, please, please send me your mailing address. I have a gift, a small gift I want to send each of you for completing the workshop. So send me your snail mail so I can send that off to you by the end of the week. Also, on Friday, when we wrap everything up, keep your eyes peeled for a survey from SurveyMonkey. I like to send out to all of my clients, all of my group workshop members, to give me feedback on the workshop and how to improve it and continue to make it great. I'm going to also, in July, be offering a second workshop on memoir writing because we have not fully explored all the subgenres of memoir. We're going to talk about the personal essay, the lyric essay, writing the arts, writing the larger world. So if that's interesting to you, keep that in mind. I'm looking at a start date of July 11th, going through the first week of August. So yes, keep that on your calendars. And I think that's all for now. I hope you guys have a great week of writing, and I will see you in the workshop.